Okay, so this is a quick look at the Delay Degrader. Opening the project itself gets you this window, and you should see this. Okay, so the actual controls themselves are relatively simple. There's a few faders down here, which, as always, we're just going to make a quick adjustment of each of them, just to make sure that the values within them are reset. It's good to have the R and BD. R is the sample rate, BD is the bit depth, initially set to their highest values. This toggle switch needs to be enabled, and it's good just to click those particular buttons at the top there just to reset the delay within the actual patch and make sure that everything is clear. As before, just going to use one of the built-in sounds. I'm going to use a drum loop. Just turn it up a little because they're fairly quiet. And then we'll just go through the particular controls. So this is the main output level, obviously your DAC control. D is the amount of delay that's used within the effect itself. FB is the amount of feedback within that loop. X is, well, yeah, it's called X because there's no other way of easily describing it. What it does is the delay time itself is being adjusted by a counter, and X adjusts the amount that the counter will count to. So in effect it adds a certain amount to the delay itself, but it does this in a random fashion. So the delay time is being constantly shifted and changed by the X. Then within the actual feedback loop itself, you've got a bit crusher. The first two faders control the amount that is added to the overall sound itself, and then the second set control the amount of bit crushing that's being applied to the feedback loop. So it's possible to create bit crushed feedback without it affecting the overall clean side of the sound. As a result, the audio that's output from this particular patch is quite unique. So let's have an experiment anyway. So I'm just going to set that to loop. So without making any other changes, adjust X. Straight away you can hear it breaking the loop up. Add some feedback to it, and add in a little bit of delay itself. This is before we've added the bit crushing. So I'm going to reduce the sample rate slightly. Increase the feedback. And then reduce the bit depth. Very crunchy. And then we can make the actual clean side a bit more crunchy as well. some nice aliasing. And that's the delay degrader.